Imam Muhammad Baqir alayhi salatu wassalam, in which Imam Baqir alayhi salatu wassalam is saying, I warn you in regards to 5 things. Yani the Imam is warning us and telling us to protect ourselves, to protect our nafs, to protect our soul, to protect our mind, to protect our heart from how many things? From 5 things. The first thing that the Imam says is that if you are wronged, then do not commit wrongdoing to others. Yani the first lesson or the first warning that Imam Muhammad Baqir ﷺ is giving us, that we need to control and restrain ourselves when others do something wrong to us. What do we need to show? We need to show our akhlaq, which we have learned through Muhammad and Ali Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam. Yani the other day, the hadith which I narrated was that Imam Jafar as-Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam says that be known not by your a'mal, not by your actions, but be known by how you deal with other people. Yani your akhlaq is the most important jewel that a person has. So the Imam is saying that if someone slaps you, what do? Slap him back? No, you don't. If you are saying yeah, then I think your parents need to do more mehnat upon you. Your parents need to teach you what is the akhlaq of Ahlul Bayt. If after 11 days you are still not understanding what Ali Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam want from us, because when you are sitting in the majlis, you have to be attentive. This is not a time for you to joke. This is a time for you to listen. So the first thing that Imam Muhammad Baqir alayhi salatu wassalam is saying that you need to do is that you need to control your desires. For example, it is the fitrat of the insan. If someone punches you, you punch him back. If someone swears to you, you swear him back. But the akhlaq of Ahlul Bayt is, and the warning from the Imams is, that if you are wronged, do not commit wrongdoings to others. This is you portraying your akhlaq. This is you showing your teachings through the lessons of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam. The second thing the Imam says, if you are betrayed, then do not betray other people. Yani if you have a friend that betrays your trust, if you are a friend that when you are needed, when you need him in a difficult time, he does not help you, that doesn't mean that if someone is in need of your help, you betray them. You betray their trust. You betray them in such a way that even he complains about you to Allah. Yani our akhlaq should be what? That we should always make sure that we do not do any wrongdoing to others in such a way that they claim and complain to Allah. Yani this is the teaching from the doorstep of Ahlul Bayt. Never be the cause that someone in namaz, someone in dua is doing bad dua for you. If you wrong someone, if you betray someone, if you hurt someone, then obviously they are not going to talk good about you. So the Imam is saying that if you are betrayed, do not betray anyone else. The third thing that Imam Muhammad Baqir says is, if you are called a liar, do not become angry. Do not let your anger overcome your feelings, because that decision which you make in the state of anger is the decision of the shaitan. Yani you are not using your mind, you are not using your heart when you are making a decision in the state of anger. So if you are called a liar and you know that you do not lie, you know that you follow the teachings of Muhammad and Ali Muhammad, then is there any need for you to become angry? A person can call you a liar, a person can call you anything. But if you know that you are not that person, then it doesn't matter what a person calls you. So the Imam is saying that always control your anger. The anger is that enemy that we have in our society, that many problems arise in our community because people make decisions when they are angry. People do things when they are angry which they later regret. 100 people you speak to, that once they become angry and they make a decision, they will always say to you, I regret that decision because I made it when I was not thinking. The first thing that anger does is that it takes over your mind. You do not realize the difference between right and wrong. You do not understand what to do in that state. And you follow your desires. You follow that thing that you are programmed to do. And that thing is always that thing which takes you away from Allah Azza wa Jal. So that's why it is recommended that if you become angry, what do? You recite La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. And if you are standing, what do? You sit down. If you are sitting and it still does not help, we have been taught that we need to lay down. And still if that doesn't help, drink cold water. And yani all of these steps have been taught to us from Muhammad and Ali Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, so that we can become better people, so that we can become that Shia that our Mawla Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wasalam wants us to become. The fourth thing that the Imam is warning us is, if you are praised, do not be overwhelmed with a happiness and triumph. You know, when someone praises us, what happens? We become big-headed. We think that we are on top of the world. But what you need to understand, that if Allah Azza wa Jal has given you the tawfiq to do something, what is the least thing that you can do? Is thank Allah Azza wa Jal. Thank Allah Azza wa Jal that Allah Azza wa Jal has given you the tawfiq to do that. If someone praises you, Ali Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam teaches that if you are praised, always think that there is a way for you to do that thing better. Yani if you recite the Quran, someone praises you, always thank Allah and say, Ya Allah, next time I will try to recite the Quran even better. If you are good at speaking and you speak good, if someone praises you, always think that there is always an opportunity for you to become better. You can never be the best at anything. There is always the opportunity to become even better. This is the teaching of Ahlul Bayt. This is that door that makes you humble. And the only way you can become humble is to thank Allah and always think that you can do everything even better. Because who are perfect? Only Muhammad and Ahlul Bayt are perfect. We always have the gunjaish, the opportunity to become even better. The perfect human beings that Allah has created, they are the prophets. After the prophet, they are the imams. And if we want to become best at something, we need to constantly keep reading their seerah, keep analyzing their lives, and see how we can implement their teachings into our daily lives. And the final and fifth thing that Imam Muhammad Baqir alayhi salatu wasalam is saying, that if you are criticized, do not be anxious and think about it.